Precursor.
So hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to F'd Up Radio in your ear hole. And I am one of your hosts, Stable Shady. And next to me is my co-host,
Twigs Rivera. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about
go.
the hesitation
Nah,
there.
it's cool. I
Also a little
tripped.
bit.
We got a bad connection. But sometimes it happens. And we also have super special guest, Mysterious Monk.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing today?
So one more introduction. You got Stable Shady in the building. Oops, you got Mysterious Monk. Sorry about that. I am retarded. But we have Stable Shady in the building, and we got Twigs Rivera staring at you
What's
in your
good,
ear
people?
holes.
What's good?
We're gonna
What's going on, New York?
Gonna be talking it up, jamming
Going
it
on,
up,
Texas?
everybody.
What's going on, everyone? Much love.
How you all doing tonight? I hope the comments and the comments really roll in because we're gonna be talking about this.
Oh yeah, lots to talk about.
Because today's topic is no more 2020. 2020's done. It's over. It's
Finito.
gone with. That's gonna be today's topic today. So we want to know. We want to know how you feel. We want to know what's going on with you. We're gonna explain to you what's going on with us, and we're gonna keep this party rolling. So make sure you stay tuned, and it's gonna get real. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to be having this conversation about how 2020 is finally dead. Somebody, a blackout, shot him over. And then next thing you know what? We're in here in 2021. So how are you feeling about 2021? Because I think this is going to be a nice year.
I hope so. I hope everybody makes a lot of money this year. I hope nobody gets in a standstill like last year made everybody get in a standstill. Peace and prosperity to everybody out there, happy holidays. Enjoy it.
Yeah, happy holidays.
For sure.
Get back to work whenever you have to, and a lot of prosperity to everyone out there.
For sure, man. It's been tough on a lot of people out there. But listen, we also know that a lot has happened for the most unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that if you can look back and even see the most unfortunate, you know what I'm saying. You're alive. So, just thank the blessings for that. Keep surviving, keep pushing forward. And listen, man, we all need each other more than ever through this entire thing. Anything that has to do with other than mutual survival is nonsense.
True life. So, we all got to band together. We got to stop fighting each other already. It's too much stuff trying to kill us already. So,
Bro, what's it gained?
if we don't band together, it's over
For humanity.
mankind, humanity, however you want to say it. We're all done if we don't work together at this point.
Yeah, for real. I mean, what's the gain for fighting? And then what's the gain for working together? It's just
Pros and cons.
I don't understand why there have to be so much argument. Yeah,
That's some pros and cons. You gotta see it for what it is. I understand we're in a very tense situation, very, very crisis worthy, and there's ways that people can help out, especially government officials or whatever the case, but they're too busy trying to hide their own personal business in the public's issues.
I gotta say one thing. I don't understand why we didn't deserve $2,000 stimulus instead of just $600.
Yeah.
We waited for this extra stimulus for a good 8 months, and they gave us $1,200 the first time.
Yeah.
And
I mean, come on,
what's this guy's name that owns the super church?
Joel Osteen.
Yeah, that
I know
dude.
exactly.
Yeah.
Joel Osteen, man.
Okay.
He's ranked up, I think, something like, I don't know what the exact number is, but it is a
Outrageous
few
amount.
millions. It
Yeah,
is a
he
few
definitely
millions.
is up
Yeah.
there. He got his own private plane and everything.
And
But he's had that for a long time, though. That's
fuck
all
it,
because
fuck it. I know people are gonna cry bloody murder over this, but no religious institution should be exempt from paying taxes.
That's true.
And then in the same breath is not exempt from benefiting from the same system that we all have to work into.
Exactly.
This is and it's been exploited many times. There's a religion based on worshiping spaghetti.
That's insane.
I'm not making this
Yeah,
up.
I believe you.
That's insane.
Just so they don't have to pay taxes.
That's
It's-
insane.
Yeah,
You know,
that's bananas.
and then here we are, honestly,
Mm,
picking the breadcrumbs from the floor.
mm,
That's what that was.
literally.
That's what it felt like. Gotta give him something.
Yeah, definitely. So, like, I don't know.
Mm.
Like, you guys, let us know how you feel. I know it's gonna be a lot of tension rising with the subject. So, you guys gotta post your opinions. You know, because your opinion does matter. Like, you know, like you just have to take it serious. You know, so if you don't take it serious, why would a stranger take it serious? You know, so
Exactly.
you have to be the one to take it serious. You know, leave those comments. Let us know how you feel. Let's try to work together to make this better. You know.
Yeah, man. You know, there's also like I want to back this all up, and then I'm also worried in the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
like what we gonna lose at all this? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like
It's a
they're
lot.
gonna take this back, all this money
Oh,
that they're giving
definitely.
us.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna show up on taxes here in the
Yes.
future.
Yes.
It's definitely gonna show up
It's
on
gonna-
taxes here in the future.
You know what I mean? So there's always a catch,
Yeah.
and
And
Actually,
that's-
this
throwing
coming income tax season is the first season that is gonna be post COVID
yeah.
stimulus and everything. So
Yeah.
we'll see what they're gonna do to people. You know?
I don't even know.
They
what's
might take
happening
the
after
money from them.
20th, after the inauguration.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. It's gonna
Crazy.
It's getting
What's
nuts.
today? Yeah. It's already they already started changing things already.
Well, apparently there was a riot.
and
over
no, they're on
in
vacation.
Washington.
That's what it is. They're on
Well,
vacation.
apparently there was a riot over in Washington today
Mhm.
with all the Republicans that went over there to support Trump
Mhm.
and stop the electoral vote count. Is that what it was?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what it was.
And yeah,
It was
apparently a
the
woman.
affirmation of it.
Yeah, and yeah, apparently a woman died. And they tried to storm the Capitol building and all kinds of craziness, man.
Mhm.
All kinds of craziness. All I know is that this election has been total chaos from the very beginning.
Definitely.
This presidency. Forgive me.
Yeah, they're like I said, they're using personal problems and folding it into public issues to try to fix it on the low key, you know, like so they won't have to pay for it themselves type thing, you know,
Exactly.
like make it seem like it's a write off on the taxes type thing, you know, like you can't do stuff like that, like that's not what your job is for,
No,
you know, so
that's not what you get elected for.
yeah, so if you all can agree on giving all these countries billion, trillion, this type of money, why is it a problem that we get
And forgive me
$2,000?
forgive me if I'm
You
wrong.
know, like I don't understand.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but in Pakistan, if you are openly gay or transsexual or anything like that, don't they frown upon that? So
Well,
why would we
Yeah,
why would we feed money into a culture that
Mhm.
has their own way of dealing with that kind of
Oh.
thing, and we're not gonna be able to change their mind?
Bro, we get so much in return from those countries.
Mhm.
But I just don't understand it.
It's the bottom line. It's just,
I don't-
America's
I
a
don't
giant
understand
company.
how I don't understand how they're
Oh, it's a big business. America's a big business. That's what the government's about.
I don't understand how they're
Message.
justifying that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand how they're justifying it.
They'll say whatever. They'll say
It's
the
insane.
rich will go with it, and the people who want to be rich will support it,
Insanity.
and the people who want to be accepted by those same people are gonna go with it.
Insanity.
Mhm.
And it just kind of trails.
Wow. But yeah, it just goes real deep. Like you don't really know how deep it goes because everybody wants to be the innocent. So yeah, people lie, cheat, steal, just to keep their position. But they're not really helping the people in the long run. So you really gotta look into the people that we have, or if we can vote for them. Like try to know more about them before you vote them in.
Definitely do your research before you
Yeah.
start voting
Yeah,
for
I feel like
candidates just because they're Democrat or Republican. Don't just go by that,
Mm-hmm.
because there are a lot of Republicans with
Mhm.
actual Democrat views that see views for both sides.
Yes.
So don't just go by red and blue. Do your research.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Actually,
sure.
look into their views and their what do you call it?
You know what's dawned on me?
What was that?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The fact that we're all from similar neighborhoods and very closely, if not practically the same neighborhood, but very close neighborhoods relating to one another, right? Did you ever feel like information on the politicians who basically govern us, even locally, or even
I already know where you're going with this.
Do you ever feel like they ever give you information about those folks?
No.
Does it ever feel like to you guys that they kind of pop out of nowhere?
No. You know what it is, and that's in every state.
I wondered that. I was going to ask that. That was my next question.
Yep, it's in every state.
Yeah.
It's definitely like that in every state.
So you knew where I was going.
Because, yeah, exactly. Over there in Texas, where I'm from and everything, they definitely do hide some information and they lie about certain information. Exactly.
They kind of come out of nowhere.
Exactly.
And then they're pushed on you with all this, like, glamour and fucking high qualities.
It's just because they come out, exactly like you said. They come out of nowhere. They really do.
Yeah. And it's like, who's behind these things? You know, like, it reminds me of those. You ever seen those movies where there's always these two snarky rich folks representing some political party that goes up to this guy, hey, we want to make you like the senator. And
I was actually watching. Did you ever watch that TV show, The Ozarks, on Netflix?
Yeah, I love Ozark.
That is an awesome show. It's kind of like that.
Yeah. So it's like seeing these fucking folks that they go by and then they start backing up a certain person out of nowhere.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're just feeding money into their campaign, and the more money you feed into the campaign, the more that they'll get exposed, and
they
the more
become
that
lobbyists.
they get exposed. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. I used to work for a guy who was a lobbyist, and I didn't believe him. I thought he was kind of talking shit, right? And then one day, it's Patterson. Remember Governor Patterson? He was governor for a little while. He came by the office, like, just to hang out with him, Joe. And the dude was creepy as fuck, bro. Like, I didn't know how to feel because he's blind, like half blind.
Oh wow!
So he comes really close to you to say hi.
Okay.
Right. So then so he did that shit. And honestly, I naturally like backed up, and then I felt bad. You know what I mean? Like I didn't mean to do that. You know.
I understand.
Like my I just felt like my zone got kind of interrupted.
Yeah.
So then we went to take a picture because he was taking pictures with each person. Yeah. But then he puts his hand on my side, pulls me in. I need to be careful saying this shit. You know? Like, he's making allegations. Bro, I don't know if he was just taking a simple picture, but I never taken a picture that way. I'm like, bro, this is what the fuck.
Hey, I am in no way affiliated with Twigs Rivera.
Yeah, bro, this is crazy.
Hold up. I'm just saying. Sometimes in the old school, you gotta get close. They probably wasn't familiar with the new age pictures.
I'm just saying, maybe that was maybe that's as a politician. That's how they take pictures.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, real close.
I ain't in the game, but in any of that game, bro.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
He just wanted to make sure you were a registered voter. Just trying to check your. He's trying to check your
which
ballots.
county did you vote for? He whispered that in my ear, bro.
Trying to check your ballots.
Oh man.
Well, you ain't checking. Ain't no balance to be. I don't like that follow.
No bueno for me, please. No, not for me. So okay.
But it was a funny situation. But I think like everybody kind of felt that way with him, male or female. It was just like, yo, that was weird. The situation just was, I guess, but you had to.
I don't know.
So
it's a custom.
Well, like I said before, like he's one of them old school people. Like you remember the first host of
Family Feud. Yep.
He was kissing everybody he found. He
bro, that dude was a beast.
Dude, I'm surprised he didn't catch mono on a daily basis.
There were a couple minors, bro.
Yeah, I know.
There was a few that were trying to. There's a whole monologue of it. That there's a few and that he goes and they're like,
they're like, no. He's like, come on, baby, give Papa some of that.
He's like, get the fuck over here, you little slut. Like, no, I know he thought that.
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
Get mad at him.
Yeah, so why you don't want to kiss me, huh? Yeah, little bastard.
He was sneaking in. Like, no. No.
So what does Grandma have in her fridge? You son of a bitch. Yep. It got me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, them old school dudes, like, that was normal to them.
Yeah.
So that was normal occurrences to them. So you didn't. That wasn't the thing to do even back then, but they thought it was cool, like Sean Connery. Like sometimes you got a schmacker, not with a closed fist, but with an open hand. You know, you gotta give us some of that flair.
Hey man, he rest in peace. Man.
Yeah, man, Sean Connery.
He was funny as fuck, but yeah, I think he meant that.
Yes.
He was probably also an awful person.
Definitely.
I'm just saying. I mean, he's very human, right? Like we're all a little awful,
right,
but
definitely.
that was pretty awful.
Definitely.
Sounded horrible.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sounded horrible.
Message.
All right, so we got the PR out the way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Definitely.
we'll be back after this.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a second to process that. We're gonna hit y'all with some more jokes. Give us a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to F'd Up Radio. I'm your guest host, the Mysterious Monk. And over here to my right-hand side, I have the stablest shady of them all, Shade 1000. And to my left, I have my man,
What's good,
my main man, Twigs Rivera.
Yo, what's good, New York? What's going on?
And we're back after our little break.
Yes, we are.
How are y'all doing tonight?
We are all here, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? Stable Shady in the building.
Yo, this is Twigs Rivera. What's going on, everyone? What's much love?
So, I hope y'all are doing all right because we just got back from a very needed break, and we're gonna be switching up topics. We were getting a little too political for a second there. We're not gonna go OD. I swear to you.
We know you're sick of it.
I'm
we
sick
know
of
you're
it.
sick of
Like,
it.
so, it is good to be on the know, but at the same time, you can't beat something into somebody's head. You know, like it's good to inform, but you can't hurt each other with information. Yes. So we're gonna be changing topics. Try to get a little joy and some brightness in here, a little bit of, if you know what I'm talking about, and
Exactly that.
we're gonna switch it up to. I don't know. Like I suggested something, but it didn't go well. But it's parenting. We were actually gonna be talking about, but it didn't go too well. So, the school system actually got into the conversation because we were talking about parents that have so much money that they can pay to get their kids through school. They're not learning anything, you know, like you're pretty much paying for their education. You're paying to get them straight A's so you can have, I guess, a name for your blood, but they're not going to be educated at all.
Yeah. No.
You know,
like the whole Lori Laughlin situation.
Yeah, so it's a whole scandal. Like, it's not good for one person to be pointed out for that injustice. But, you know, like that's just proof that more people do it. It's not just her. You know, there's a lot of people that do it.
We were just saying that earlier. You know, they're absolutely making an example of her, and they're doing it so that they can show an open case. Oh, look, this is what's happening. We're gonna resolve this with such. Minimalist
we
of
fixed this
sentence.
She went to
jail. But it's
jail.
not fixed. It's definitely not fixed. You already know that there's definitely other rich celebrities that pay for private schooling.
But they want to leave you with that impression, you know, that things got resolved so that all this could continue to go on. Because let's face it,
her story just happened to go public.
Exactly.
So it's not. I'm not saying that it's not justice. Like, yeah, she did it. It happens, but she's not the only one.
Nah.
So
it's still going on. It's happening right now.
Yeah, treating her like a minority, pretty much. Like,
all I gotta say is
she's the only one that ever did it.
Every parent that does that kind of thing, you realize you take the opportunity away from a child that actually has worked hard for that opportunity and has tried to do their hardest to get straight A's and studied all night and all this and that, and you take that opportunity from them when you bribe APs and whoever you have to bribe to get your child into these Ivy League schools and things like that. You know,
on that topic, like you're not only depriving people that are actually working hard, you're depriving your own kid, because if they're not learning anything and they're just getting pushed through life, like, you know, whatever they do, they got will to do it, you know, so they're just gonna act up and do whatever they want to do, and they're gonna get straight A's, or they're gonna get to pass, or they're gonna get, so they're not learning anything in life. So when they get old enough for you to want them to do something responsible, they're not gonna want to be responsible because you never gave them any responsibility.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, if you keep catering to that behavior, you create a certain personality type, and a very entitled personality type.
Yes.
An entitlement without true achievement.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
Yep.
or
You got
true
it.
or true endeavors to get over it. You
Yeah,
know,
you got it.
and without having those obstacles in place, these people break down at the smallest of inconveniences.
Yeah.
And so much so that they refuse to take any absolute responsibility.
And I was saying this earlier. I got into a thread that was talking about the amount of money that Jeff Bezos made with Amazon and all this and that, and how he should give money to all the people that need money for COVID or whatever.
Right.
But why does he have to give up his money when he has worked hard for his money? You know what I'm saying? Why is it his responsibility to feed the world from his pocket? It's not. It's not his responsibility.
A lot of folks
just expect that handout.
Don't. You shouldn't expect a handout. You should have what you work for.
Exactly.
But when it comes to certain economic advances, I do feel like there are people who find loopholes and capitalize on them, regardless of what it affects.
As far as I know, he's getting taxed everywhere. Wherever he's building a new facility and everything like that, he is getting taxed out the
city.
ass.
Yeah, maybe for the city itself, and that's one of the reasons why it didn't work out in Queens. And New York didn't ask for really a lot. But it was more than the other states were, and what the other states are paying was the employees was pretty much around minimum wage or less, and we're very
well, over there in Texas, they're getting paid at least double what minimum wage is, but over there,
what's minimum wage over there?
$7.25.
And what? So you're saying $14?
They're getting paid at least 15 something.
So
to start,
that's fair.
It's $12.
That's fair,
now.
but that's also something that they understand that's coming with that capital coming out. Then relative to New York, where New York that same amount is technically minimum
like
wage.
$30.
Yeah, it would be about $30 an hour. I don't think that would. So it didn't necessarily match that kind of same fraction, that same scale, right? So when they were approached with that same thing, they were like, they didn't expect it to go that way. They were hoping to pay us minimum wage in New York versus other states. They're looking better,
Right.
So then if you connect that same kind of business mentality, if you basically superimpose that over the political system on the map, you can see how that same thing can work out between let's say a blue and a red state.
Right.
So those same areas, they're gonna see the big system part. Like, oh, they're blessing us.
You see,
whereas the city areas where things are like a different value, it's like, no, that doesn't help me.
That's why I was so shocked whenever I got here and then I saw how much minimum wage was. Like, I couldn't believe it. I looked it up on Google and sure enough, it said $15.25 for minimum wage here. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Why is it $7.25 still in Texas?
And it's not a living wage here. It's insane. You still can't hold an apartment by yourself with that.
That's true.
People, please, anybody outside of New York that listens to this, that hears that the minimum wage here being so high, please understand that if you had two folks that made minimum wage, those two folks cannot afford an apartment here in New York City. I am not making this up.
Not by themselves.
And if they did, they are not doing it without public assistance. This is New York City. And then so when you bring these big businesses here and you try to flaunt that same thing that worked in other states, it does not work here for us because that same kind of amount, it's not reflective. It doesn't help. So it's hard to give you open arms. I'm sorry.
Very true.
It is.
Yeah.
Message. So yeah, you gotta know stuff like that, because a lot of people take a lot of stuff on speculation. So you want to give them the nitty gritty of it. So that's very, very true. New York is a very, very survival rich place. you literally are at the bottom all the time. You have to have 3 jobs and you're still at the bottom.
It's hard, and we're not alone. There's a lot of states like this. A lot of cities that there are a lot of cities that go through the same,
Yeah.
the same situation is hard,
Mm-hmm.
and and then I also have to try to be humble and recognize that there are situations that I don't understand because I'm not in those states.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So a lot of these statements are generalized.
Mm.
So but there are things that have to be catered per each state, and they should be aware of it, and it has to work for the people who reside there, right?
Mm.
But to just throw your ideology over to another demographic
Mm.
and expect them to comply is like, this is where where we are.
All right.
True.
Yeah.
True. But I want y'all to really sit back, sip a cup of tea, and really think after y'all smoke a blunt, and really leave those comments, because I want to know how you guys think about this situation. Like, it's important for all of us to take responsibility, whether it's thoughts or actions. Like, you just have to take responsibility for who you are. So we just want to hear those comments, see what's going on in your brain, see what we can add to this conversation, and in the future conversations, because it can only get better from here. So I hope you all starting your year off right, starting different, starting new. Try not to do the same things you were doing last year, because if you do the same things you do in the new year, it's going to be the same thing as last year.
Before we let you go, we want to let you know about a good friend of ours, Prince of Spades. He has a raffle going on for you card collectors out there.
Yes.
We'll be letting you more about here in the future.
Mm-hmm.
His Instagram is city_pulls.
Pulls, yes.
Pulls at Instagram, obviously.
Yep.
And look him up. Let us know what you think. We'll have some raffles from him, hosted by him.
Some raffles, a few giveaways, a lot of Pokemon cards, a few sports cards for those who are interested in things of that nature.
Also, we will be having some F'd Up Radio t-shirts here coming soon also that you can purchase.
Keep an eye out. They're gonna be some artwork splashed on it here and there. Hopefully, to your liking. Let us know what you think. Let us know what's a bust or what's not.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's all about you guys. Like, without you, there is no us. We have to work together to make sure it's a we.
Huh?
Yeah, confusing as fuck, but you got me. You smoke a little bit more, you'll get there. You'll be where I'm at. So I hope you all are having the best time you can have at this present moment that you're listening here. And I am one of your hosts, Stablest Shady.
This is Twigs. We very y'all. Good night.
Guest host, the Mysterious Monk. Y'all have a good night. Blessed out there.
Young Monk, thank you for coming.
And thank you all for joining us
for having
here
me.
at F'd Up Radio.